All right, what's going on, y'all? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Big Brain Boys podcast. Welcome back. Sorry we missed a week last week. The boys were out of commission. We're back a day or two late. I'm hoping to get this out for tomorrow, which I think is Wednesday. Is it Tuesday today? Yeah. So tomorrow, Wednesday, 28th. Appreciate y'all very much for tapping in. Couldn't get the Q&A up just because we didn't know when we were going to actually get the recording done. So no Q&A this week. But again, like always, the DMs and stuff are open. Actually, maybe even throughout this episode, if we have some time, I'll go through. There's like still a ton of old DMs and shit like that, old ones and stuff. But didn't put it up this week. Hope you all enjoy the episode, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, what's up, bro?
What's going on, man? What's new?
I'm chilling, dude. I'm chilling. You straight?
I'm straight. Did you travel somewhere recently?
Did I travel somewhere recently?
Yeah, I feel like I saw on your stories you went somewhere. This is a genuine question. This isn't like
I'm in London, I'm in Paris, I'm in Tokyo, I'm in New York, LA. I'm always all over the place. So I honestly, sometimes I'll wake up and think I'm in Monaco, and it ends up I'm in fucking Rio. Yeah. So I don't really know the answer to that question. Was I traveling recently? Probably.
Probably. No. Yeah.
No, I don't think. Was I?
I don't know. For some reason, I thought I saw you in an airport again, but maybe it was just an old clip.
An old clip? No. But I am often in lots of airports. I've been flying a lot. Hey.
Aren't airports the fucking worst?
Oh my fucking god, man! It's just the fucking cornerstone of people being the worst human beings they can possibly fucking be. Like, and you know what? I get it a little bit because sometimes I walk into the airport and I'm like, it's me against everybody. Like it's me. Like everyone's like, I gotta get the fuck out of my way. Everyone's trying to fucking, your bag's 2 pounds over. Fucking, how about that? Right to the fucking mouth. Something like that. Everyone's against
TSA agent screaming at you. Laptops, get them out. Shoes off.
Water in the trash. Like, bro, it's water. What the fuck? Why you? Hey, why?
Get them out.
Get them out. Sorry for cussing. No, dude, fucking airports are just the worst. And it's people show up there for some reason with zero regard for humanity. You know what I mean? Walking around in socks. The people that fucking lay down on the airport seats at the gate, they lay down on it like it's a couch.
Yep.
Sit the fuck up.
Everybody else has to sit down at the gate too.
Everybody else, especially when they're laying down, it's like a 75-year-old Vietnamese dude with his feet out. He's experiencing America for the first time, and he's like, we can just do this shit now. It's like, yeah, but you don't. You're not supposed to.
Shoes off, socks off in the airport.
Raw piggies out is treacherous. Do you remember
if I see your dogs out in the airport, I'm calling the cops on you. I get to suck on the little one. Just the little one.
If I see your little piggies out, they're mine.
You just flash on with the camera. Oh shit, my bad.
With the sound.
And you're just like, oh fuck. This isn't my plane.
Yeah. No, airports fucking suck ass. And I remember I put up on my story a while ago. I think when I was coming back from Montreal. I put up on my story. There was an Indian lady that was walking around in her bare feet. Like she went to the water fountain in her bare feet, like walking on like the common hallway floor.
Yeah.
In her bare feet. I was like, that is diabolical.
That is disgusting. Is what that's
fucking crazy, dude.
That is
I also don't know
vile work.
I also don't know, like, maybe this is me, I'm fucked up, but like my feet, bro, like they should need to stay caged. Like they're like,
yeah, you can't release the dogs willy-nilly.
No, if I walk to the grocery store, get groceries, walk through the aisles, the stressful situations of getting groceries, which is like, you know, there's 3 kids in the fucking cereal aisle, and you gotta excuse me, I gotta get through, and then the mom is like, "Oh, sorry, I just noticed my little baby Hitler's in the fucking way. Let me get him out of the fucking," and you're like, "Get him the fuck out."
Yeah.
Right, and then all that. If I come back, like my feet are sweating. Like, I don't know how, like, people have their feet out. Like, when I go somewhere in public, it's like a chastity belt. I keep that shit locked up, bro.
Yeah, these are just for me. These got to stay locked until they're back in the house.
Regardless of the etiquette.
Yeah.
Like my dogs ain't for public.
They're not for public use.
Yeah,
I make good money off these dogs.
Make good money off these dogs, baby. No, airports suck. Oh, was it just because maybe you just thought because I posted the Flair fight video? Which, by the way, we should fucking talk about, dude. Because I posted the Flair fight video, and it was from an episode that was a month or 2 old or something. I think now.
2 or 3 ago, yeah.
And I posted that clip, and there was people in the comments that were like, I told the story in a comedic way of like, oh, first of all, I'm setting up that Flair suck. For people who haven't seen the clip, I don't even know. I go to Flair to the gate. I have a check bag. I pay for the check bag, which is $100. I have a personal item, which is like a little duffel bag. They try to get me to pay for it for carry-on because you don't even get carry-on included. And it's another like $70 that they want. And I was like, nah, it's a personal item. It fits under the seat. Don't worry about it. And me and the lady go at it, yada, yada, yada. Story unfolds. At the end of it, I try to bluff by saying like, actually, I'm legally entitled to actually have a carry-on too. I bet you didn't know that. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, no, you got me. Right? All fine. And everyone hates the people at the airline that are like, sir, it's company policy. It's whatever. Sir, you're gonna have to pay $500 for that. There's people in the comments that were like, yeah, you got what you deserved. And I was like, they're like, yeah, dude, I'm on the airline side. I'm like,
that's
guys,
a crazy stance to have to back a fucking airline. That's regardless of what you're arguing about.
Yeah,
that's a crazy
never back
thing.
The airline. No. And I'm saying that I'm telling the story in a way of like I'm an idiot, like I fucking was being a dumbass, and I was like,
a moron.
Fucking, yeah, exactly. So I'm already saying it
actually,
in that, yeah, exactly, right. And then I tried to bluff, and I got caught, and I was like, all right, you're right, I tried to bluff, and there's people still, and I was like, you fucking mouth breathers, you siding with the airlines? These people are evil.
That's a wild thing to do.
That's a wild fucking thing to do. Flair fucking sucks. I hope Flair fucking goes out of business, those fucking cunts. We've talked, I don't even know if we talked about this specifically. They fucking suck ass, and I think they are declaring bankruptcy or something. Which airline was declaring bankruptcy? Was it Flair?
Or was it Swoop? Is that what it was?
I don't know. But I think one of them. But, dude, it's not even that much cheaper than the other airlines. And you get carry-on included, and check bags are cheaper. And it's not fucking Flair Airlines where it's you have to sit on like a plastic stool in the bathroom.
I think those fucking budget airlines their days are running up because it doesn't make sense anymore.
No, it's not Europe. It
doesn't make sense.
That cannot exist in Canada. It should exist in Canada, where like we do get mopped by airlines. But people are like, man, you can fly from fucking Lisbon to fucking Monaco for $7.50 in Europe. It's like, okay, well, fucking, wow!
What am I supposed to? What am I supposed to do with that?
What am I supposed to do with that shit, bro? Literally, Toronto to Edmonton is 4,000 kilometers. It is like fucking Russia, dude. Like it's.
Yeah, you're going across all of Europe and some.
Oh, you're going across Europe, fucking the Middle East.
Yeah.
And then even into fucking transvestite land. We started off on a fucking heated note, dude.
Got off on a tangent. Anytime we talk about airports, planes, fucking people watching, just gets us heated.
Yeah. Here's a question I had for you, and something we can both talk about. And I love these, and I'm surprised we haven't talked about it before. Mm-hmm. And I'm also curious. People listening to this or watching on the YouTube, whatever, like that. I don't even know if you can leave comments on fucking Spotify and Apple or anything like that, but like YouTube comments, everything like that, or the clips that we make. What's the worst job you ever had?
The worst job?
Yeah.
Probably I was a dishwasher at Joey's for like a month and a half.
Dish bitch?
Dish bitch. The worst. It has to be the worst job I've ever had.
Oh, that sucks.
Like I've had like laborious jobs where like I work really hard and I'm sweating my bag off for like 14 hours a day.
Sure.
And that's
hold on.
Choose that 10 times over 10.
What kind of jobs did you say?
Laborious. Like laborious. You never heard that?
Shut the fuck up, bro. Laborious?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
You're out of your mind. You're acting foolish right now. Never, ever. Is that actually what that means?
Yeah.
Damn.
Let's try it again. I've had labor-intensive jobs where I work really hard.
Even intensive.
10 times out of 10, I would choose that over fucking washing dishes at a restaurant.
Oh.
They treat you less than human.
You're pond scum, dude.
You're like it was. I was like, I don't know, 16 or something, and I was like, really? Oh, cool. Like I'll be, yeah. Like it was I don't even think it was a summer job. I think it was like an after school job that I got because I just needed gas money or something. And I was like, oh, cool. Like I'll be in the restaurant and like get some free meals and whatever. It'll be kind of cool. And it was just like a bunch of, because all the chefs are like 20 something. They're drinking. Yeah. They're way cooler than a fucking 16-year-old washing dishes.
Yeah.
And yeah, they wouldn't even look me in the eyes.
You're less than like even the bus boys, like the guys who run around fucking wiping the tables and filling up the ketchup and shit. Like you,
I don't even know if I said any words to anybody in the kitchen because why would they even bother talking to me?
Well, and I remember working at a restaurant, and I was a server and bartender. I've been a busboy too. But I remember just in the dishwasher, like we would just go back and you basically throw the dishes at them.
Yeah. And there's fucking ketchup and gravy and shit, and they don't give a shit. They're like, oh, he'll figure it out.
Yeah. And they leave like just there's garbage on the like you're like a garbage man also, like because you're like separating fucking it's fucking insanity, dude. The restaurants themselves are that's a tough gig. That's a tough gig.
Yeah. And then just having to clean like the entire fucking kitchen at the end of the night too. Like you still have to do part of that as well. Like, and it's just the fucking worst. And,
dude,
what ended up happening, it was so brutal. And they like, I don't know, my boss wouldn't like tell me the shifts I was getting. He wouldn't write it on a schedule. He would just like expect that I was there every weekend and just like, wouldn't tell me until like the day before. He'd be like, "Oh, by the way, you're working 8 hours tomorrow."
He would text you, or he would tell you at work,
"Yeah,
hey, you're on tomorrow."
Yeah, well, he would text me, but a lot of it was I'd be working and be like, "Oh, I'm also scheduling you tomorrow," and it's like it'd be nice if I knew 2 weeks in advance. Yeah, and
that is insane.
One day, I cleaned up the whole kitchen on a Saturday, and I just never went back. He texted me coming in, and I was like, "Nah." He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, I'm not coming in again." He's like, "Oh, okay." Like he must have a lot of fucking dishwashers walk out. He was just like, "Oh, well, there goes another one." And that is the appropriate way to quit a job, by the way. anybody that think that's inappropriate, that's false.
No, that's the right way. That's exactly the right way. Yeah, dishwasher. I remember because you said something that you said you had to clean up the kitchen at the end. Mm-hmm. Dude, is there anything worse? Because I served and bartended and busboy for a little bit too. And I thought bartending was gonna be sick. Like I thought bartending was gonna be dope. Like you're pouring shots, and like maybe at like a night, like some people, like some like hot chicks or like bar stars, like they could show up at 10, pour shots at a nightclub, and then leave at 2:30, and not have to do any setup or takedown. I remember, dude, is there anything worse than like the setup and the cleanup of a job that like that? Like that is the worst to me than any scope of work that the job entails, is like cleaning up after. Like the bartending, sometimes it was fun, but then you would have to wipe every table, every bottle of booze, because it's alcohol, so you can't get like fucking ants and shit. You have to wipe every bottle of booze in the fucking bar, all the tables, sanitize everything, all the fucking keg, the taps, everything. Like it was a 2-hour cleaning process, and to show up, if you had to start working at like 6, 7, 8, whatever, you had to show up 2 hours before that and like set up.
Mm-hmm. The worst about the cleanup is you're doing it at like 2, 3 in the morning. Like you're cleaning up shit, and it's I don't know how you want to describe it, either late at night or early in the morning, and you have to clean everything spotless before you can leave. Like you can't like, oh, my shift's done at 2, like I'm out of here. It's like, no, everything has to get clean and then you can leave.
Yeah.
And you're so tired at that point.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like cleaning up after, is just oh my God. That's worse than yeah.
Is that the worst job you've had though? Is bartending, like serving?
No. I've had some pretty shitty ones, dude. Like, because you worked at like Walmart too, didn't you? But that was kind of goated because you would just like fucking steal money from them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would clock in and then go home and then drive back and clock out.
Yeah, that's gas. I did that with Cal Tire too.
So it was actually a pretty sweet job.
Yeah, I was making $18 an hour to be in grade 12 social class because I was writing at Cal Tire that I was at work. That's how I got fired twice from there. Cal Tire was a fun job. Cal Tire, if anyone, Canadians, it's a tire shop in Canada, so Americans won't know. And I worked on like semi-truck tires, and I started there when I was 16, like fresh 16. I think I might have even been 15, turning 16, and they hired me early just because they were like, hey, don't drive any of the cars yet, and we'll just whatever. So it was my first job ever. But I thought it was fun because I would like change, like you'd have to like lay in the mud and the fucking whatever and like lift up these semi-truck tires, jack up these giant fucking 18-wheelers and, bolt off these fucking semi-truck tires, take them apart, repair them, change them, whatever, right? And I was like, it was actually fucking, it was fun back then when you're 16 and everyone else is flipping burgers and you're like getting dirty and making like good money. But looking like now that I look back on it, like even when I got older, like to 18, when I got fired, came back, they put me on service truck. Dude, I would have to get in the truck, and what you do for service truck is like you're not working at the tire shop. You get a tire truck, like a truck with air and all that shit, tools, and then you go out to like semi-truck yards and repair the semi-trucks. You go to like compounds that are like undriven, like in the winter. It's Edmonton, Alberta. It's in the northern Canadian winter, and you go to these truck compounds that haven't been driven on. So all the snow, it's 2-3 feet of snow, and it's all these inactive semi trucks that you have to go around knocking on to find if there's flats or anything like that, right? And you'd have to lay down, and they would be parked side by side, so you'd have to get your truck close, and like half the time you wouldn't be able to reach shit. You'd have to like find ways to it was fucking insane. You'd have to lay in the snow and mud. You're in the middle of nowhere. You'd be like an hour outside of town. No like service. Oh, and then in the summer too, you'd have to lay down. And it's like, I remember one time there were so many mosquitoes around that like they were getting into like my eyes, into my nose and my mouth and shit like that. And you have to lay down and jack up at semi-truck tires. And in the winter, sometimes the air would or so you'd use sometimes like the air jacks, and the air would freeze. So now you had to hand crank a semi truck up with a tiny little snipe, because there's not enough room down there to like have a fucking 4 foot long snipe. And then just your boss would call you and be like, hey, you're 5 minutes late. Hey, like, what the fuck? And you're like, bro, I almost just fucking offed myself at this place. Like, don't ever.
Yeah, I was going to crush myself under this truck.
Yeah, you'd be by yourself. You'd be working by yourself. Like, at the shop, it was fun. Like, I had a bunch of friends working there. Like, it was, Yeah, I remember like a whole bunch of kids from high school. Like, we all worked there together. And it was fun. And then you go on service truck, and you were literally living the life of like a 45-year-old alcoholic man with child support who's doing any job he can to possibly make $8,000 a month to pay off his bitch ex-wife. And you just live. I'm like, this is not life, dude. This is not life. Yeah, that just sucked.
Very quickly reconsider. You're like, I need to do anything to not do this for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sucked. I did door to. Have you ever done like door to door sales?
No, never.
Dude,
that sounds like the worst job ever.
Oh,
like cold calling, like cold knocking on fucking
cold knocking
doors.
Cold knocking.
That's brutal.
Fucking insane, dude. I had to do it for a eventually ended up starting my own. I had a window cleaning company. Mm-hmm. But I'd still have to do door to door just for myself. But I ended up kind of finding different ways to try to get fucking work. But originally I started because I got a job at a window cleaning and gutter cleaning type whatever company, and you would have to go door to door. You would get given like a fucking block or like a section of the city, and you would have to go door to door, and you can only go door to door selling at 5 till 8 because people have to be home, right? Mm-hmm. But that's also when people eat dinner.
Yeah, so it's like when people are like the most busy after they just finished a full day of work.
Dude, I kid you not. I don't even mean this to exaggerate. Half the time, like I swear to God, like half, not exaggerating. You would knock on the door 6:15 p.m. Knock on the door. You would hear the clanking of forks dropping, and an old guy going, "Motherfucker!" And you just be like,
you're like, I'm going to sell him for sure.
Yeah. And then you hear like steps towards the door. And you're just like, oh my God.
You're like, this guy's going to yell at me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm 19 to whatever, 20 or whatever, like that. And dude, they would open the door. What? And you'd have to like, be like, do you want a free quote on getting your windows cleaned? And try to somehow get out of this with a fucking sale. Yeah. And dude, like, so the door-to-door part of that sucked. But then if you did get a job, like if you did get a contract, you'd have to go clean the windows. Dude, this shit fucking sucked. You would have to bring ladders. I remember I always had a ladder around on my fucking SUV all the time because I was always fucking cleaning windows. And on the outside, I mean, I'm not scared of heights. I don't have like more of a fear of it than anyone, but everyone's scared of heights. Right, everyone's, you're about to fall to your death or break broken neck. Everyone's fucking scared, right?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
So like, I have like I'm like, you would put a ladder. I remember one time the day I quit, we had this mansion to go do, and I actually got paired up with another person to go do it. And we had this mansion to go do, and it was a new build. So the yard was unfinished. It was like it was all like gravel and rocks and uneven, and it was like fucking the surface of Mars. And we had to go in the back, and in the back it was a walkout basement and a 2-story house. So there was basically 3 stories from that ground level in the back, and there was no place to go to set up on the what would be the ground level and go 2 stories up. So you had to put the ladder on the basement level and go 3 stories up. So you had the ladder fully extended. You know, you're not supposed to like stand on the top like 2 rungs.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
up,
yeah.
I'm up, and the other guy I was with was a fucking pussy. He's like, dude, I can't do it. I'm like, fuck. All right, I'm carrying this fucking like window brush in my fucking belt. I'm up on top of this thing. Windy day, and I'm up on top. I'm standing on top of the rung, fucking 30 feet in the fucking air, falling to my broken neck and paralyzed for life.
Yep.
And I'm up there shaking. I'm standing on like the top rung, holding on to the wall, like window of this fucking thing, looking down. And you fucking might as well be on Everest for fuck's sakes. And I'm pulling out this window thing like this, and I get like a couple strokes in. The ladder's uneven. And the guy's holding the ladder at the base. He's fucking bitch. He's not gonna. I don't trust him for shit.
No.
Wind is coming. The ladder's shaking. And I just put the thing back in, and I was like, what am I doing? Climbed back down. Climbed down. I was like, hey, I'm leaving. And he's like, what do you mean?
I'm not supposed to be here.
No, he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, I'm leaving. And he's like, okay, well, we should call I can't remember what his name was. He's like, we should call the boss. And I was like, you can call him. He calls him, and he's like, hey, Connor, what's up? Where are you going? And I was like, oh, I'm leaving, dude. And he's like, oh, okay, like, I get it, man. Like, can you just finish this house? Because he's like, you know, that job had to get done. He's like, can you just finish this house, man, please? And I was like, no, I'm leaving. That's
I'm not.
Sayonara, bro. And
that's the perfectly reasonable way to leave a job. You don't owe him anything.
Yeah.
Fuck him,
dude. I'm up there about to break my neck. I just go, what the fuck am I doing? I climbed down. The guy's like,
I would have paid so much money to see you right there. I'm done.
I was like, I had like it was an epiphany of like, because I guess you just fall victim to always thinking that like your job, like you have to do your job. You don't.
100%.
You don't have to do it. You can always just say peace.
Yeah, you can always leave.
Yeah, that job
was
sucked.
The kid you're working with like younger than you?
I can't remember what his age was, but he was kind of a bitch. Like he was like a skinny little, like, you know, just he was like, oh, I don't, you know, and he's like, I'll hold the bottom. I'm like, I can't trust you for shit.
Yeah. You think you're fucking stopping me from falling?
And I think actually, I can't remember. I didn't drive home with him, but I think I might have left him there abandoned. And maybe the boss had to come and like work or something like that and finish. And I was like, you fucking come do this shit then, pussy. To the boss. I was like, you fucking asshole. We got in a fucking shouting match over the phone. I was like, I'm out. And dude, I remember if you did get a job for like you have to do interior windows too. Dude. Talk about a fucking nightmare fuel, dude. Having to like
that sounds terrible.
Dude, sometimes there'd be old ladies that'd be like, yeah, you can clean my inside windows. And you're like, okay, ma'am, I'll be back this day. And you come in the next day, and it's a little lady lives in an old bungalow, tiny, and you got to bring a ladder in, or sorry, you're bringing a ladder in for like the old, sometimes you have to go do interior windows for old ladies in bungalows, and it's awkward, and you're just like cleaning windows, and she's like listening to fucking Frank Sinatra, like, do you want tea? And you're like, no, I'm really hungover. It's just, she's like, I'm so alone. Yeah, she's like, I'm so alone. You can come back tomorrow. I'm okay.
You remind me of my husband. He's gone now.
Yeah.
He was like,
are you allergic to cats? I remember you have to bring a ladder inside to the house. And if I remember one time there was this. I went into this house and it was a 2-story house, but the living room was like it didn't have it was like a loft kind of, I guess, where like the living room was open like all the way up
to the second floor,
to the second floor, and there was windows up on the second story of the living room. So I'd have to bring a ladder into the house, and it was this couple, and I'm bringing a ladder in. Fucking like I'm bringing it through this tight hallway. I'm banging walls. I knock over a vase. Like just you're hitting it and just knock, and they go, oh, okay, can you maybe? And I'm like, I'm shaking, holding this ladder, like, okay, I'll take it off the cost. And then my boss calls, he's like, that's coming out of your fucking check, and I'm like, what the fuck, man?
That's you.
I remember I put up the ladder, and I forgot this. The ladder, the top of it is like it's metal. So when you put it on a wall that you're trying to protect, you got to put shoes on it, like little rubber or plastic shoes on it. And I just put the ladder up like that, did the windows inside the house, came down, just giant scratches on the wall from the ladder. And I was like, I'm fucking out of here, dude. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like, can I still get paid for this? They're like, fuck you. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's me.
You made it worse.
Fuck you, dude. Yeah, you made it worse. I'm like, why'd you accept this then? Why'd you fucking let me come in here?
Look at me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm drunk right now. Why'd you let me in this fucking bitch? Yeah.
I was drinking till fucking 4 a.m.
Yeah, dude. Fucking day jobs just fucking suck. Like, not careers, but like day jobs when you're growing up, they just fucking suck.
Yeah,
dude.
like high school, like summer jobs or like after school jobs you had to get. I don't know if anybody I know had like a sweet one that was like, oh, I loved going to work after school.
Well, my Cal Tire one at
weekends.
the time was cool to me because I was like, you could go and just like fuck. I remember we would like light shit on fire inside the tire shop. Like we would like we'd put the flammable shit down and then we'd take the tire cart and we'd light the wheels on fire and we'd like roll through. And there's the big like with the wheels on fire and there's the big air gun. For anyone, I would love to imagine someone working at a tire shop knows what I'm talking about right now. There's this giant like air. What you do with a semi-truck, when you put the tire back on the rim, you have to blast it with air to seal it to the room, to the rim, and then you can fill it up with air. So it's this giant, like for semi-trucks, you know, they're so semi-truck tires are so big, so it's this giant like barrel that you fill up with air, and then you pull a lever, and it blasts, I don't fucking know, 1,000 psi instantly into this tire, which seals it shut.
Yeah.
We would fill it up with air and then and then like put a bucket of lube on top of it and then blast it and just send this bucket of lube up into the air. Or like what we would do to new people is we would say, hey, you have to aerate the lube. And they're like, what? We'd be like, you have to aerate the lube. Like it needs to be aerated. It needs oxygen. And there's the bucket of lube, like what you use to, you know, you got to lube up the fucking rubber to put on, right? So this is big bucket, like a big rain catcher bucket type thing full of lube. And then the new guys, we would get them to fill up the air blaster, put it into the lube and just get filled with fucking lube. See, like, so that was fun. Like there was parts of that were fun.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Like, you know, construction seemed fun. If at a summer job, like at 16, like I remember Reed had a demolition crew job. That seemed fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the only one I had that was ever cool was the Walmart job because for months.
But the work was ass though, right?
Oh, if I had to work, yeah, it was shit. I was stocking shelves.
Torture. Yeah. Fucking torture. And I think I just seen this. That's funny you say Walmart because I just edited a clip where I used the Charlie D'Amelio Walmart when she went and worked at Walmart for like a fucking video. And I remember of you telling me you worked at Walmart, and I worked at Sport Check. I worked at another retail place too when I was a kid. And so I've done, you know, worked at a fucking whatever retail store type shit. And the fact that you have to do it for 8 hours is, if you really think about it, like 8 hours is a full day of work. But that's a full day of work for something that's like stimulating, like a career where you're at work and you're doing a job. To be working at Walmart as a kid for 8 hours is literally, I would compare that to like prison, like as an adult. That's fucking insane.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's like you said before, like you get into this point where you're like, I have to do this job. Like in that moment, working at Walmart, putting that shit on the shelves is the most important thing going on in my life. It's like, I need to do this.
Yeah, you have no
Which
choice.
is like, it's crazy to think, like now, if I had my brain now back then, I would have, same thing. I would have been like, bye. I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want to do this. This sucks. You guys are mean I'll find something else. And I don't like this.
You guys are mean to me. That's hilarious.
You guys push me in the freezer and make me you call me names.
Have you ever had a shitty boss or like a manager? Surely the one at Walmart was ass.
No, because he was like, he fired me, but he was never around. I shit you not, for like 3 months, I would drive there, clock in, get in my car, drive home, and then play video games, or I'd have a hockey game or hockey practice or something, do that, and then I would drive back at the end of my shift and clock out. I did that for like months.
That's hilarious.
And then one day I was doing it. I think I was clocking out, and like it was like a movie scene. Like I'm walking towards the back where you got to swipe your card or whatever, and my boss just like comes out of an aisle and bolts in front of me, and he's like, "Come with me," and I'm like, the jig is up. Like that's it. I'm done. And he like tried to make me explain. Like he's like, "What have you been doing? How long have you been doing this for?" And I was like, yeah, sorry. And he was
just get it over with. What do you?
Yeah, and he was trying to make me like, I don't know, apologize or make me feel bad. And I was like, the money's in my bank account. Like it's already been spent. I don't know what to tell you.
That's fucking so funny. Yeah, fuck those places. Because I mean, fuck like Walmart. Fucking yeah. Like if you got people listening to this, if you're working at Walmart, if you're working at some big corporation, if you're working at a mom and pop store, never. Just help the little guy. And if you're working for the little guy, don't fuck them over. But if you're working for Walmart, if you're working at Costco right now, dude, take a shit in the boxes. Go fuck off for
steal merchandise, steal hours, take everything you can from those fucking billion-dollar corporations. Fuck them. They're fine. They're gonna be fine.
They're gonna be fine, and they make you think that you'll get in trouble. Like they'll be like, "Oh my god, what if I get caught?" Nothing's gonna happen. I swear to God.
They're not going to do a thing.
They're not going to do a fucking thing. They don't give a fuck that you stole $40 that day. Take your $40. If you're working at Costco, Walmart, fucking whatever, Amazon, find a way to literally have free food for the rest of your life. Not rest of your time working there. Eat for free, steal food, and eat it on lunch. There's your free lunch. Mm-hmm. When you show up to work, steal breakfast. There's your breakfast. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of your shift, take something home for free, steal it, and there's your dinner. You have all of your food, as long as you're working at Costco, covered for fucking your entire duration there.
Yeah.
And you're thinking like, oh my God, what if they fire me? Find another one.
Yeah. Go to a different Costco. They don't communicate. They're two different entities.
Yeah, get rid of this idea that you're putting a job down on your resume as like a reference. No. Hey, what's the 6-month gap in your resume? I was jacking off. Sorry, I don't know.
I went to Thailand and I was fucking around with ladyboys for 6 months. Fucking sue me.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it. I've worked 12 jobs. I think if I actually entered the workforce again today, I'd have like 2 things I could actually put on my resume. I was like, yeah, this guy didn't actually fuck us over, steal from us, assault a customer, and I guess you can hire him, but we haven't known him since he was 17. So
yeah.
But dude, a shitty boss can change your life. I've seen other people fucking it happen to them where it just, having a shitty boss, you're at work for 8 hours a day and you're with this absolute fucking nightmare, it'll fuck your whole life up.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of people that end up in those positions, is always shitty people. I don't know how this happens.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. They just must have, I think it must be so shitty for them that they're like, I'm going to wait this job out until I'm in that position so I can be shitty to people. Like, I think that's the only thing that happens.
You're right. They have motivation to stick it out and be there because they want to be shitty so bad. They want to be shitty to other people so bad. Other people don't give a shit about being shitty to people, so they don't go to those positions.
They're like, I have to make right what I felt.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. People who are secure with themselves don't become shitty bosses. People who are insecure with themselves become shitty bosses because they have a motivating factor to stick it out and get to that management position where they can then tell you like, hey man, you can't take a piss yet. You took a piss 2 hours ago. You can't take a piss yet, dude. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, brother. Only other shitty job I would have had is like, selling cars. It was a great job too because I made money, but like selling cars fucking sucked. People just like, people get a license to just like walk in and like treat you like shit because they're
you're
like,
a car salesman.
You're the Antichrist, and I'm gonna shit on you, and you're gonna give me $12,000 off this car, and you're like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you light the car on fire. I get paid a flat rate to sell the car. I don't give a fuck. Dude, I had this thought. I don't know if I was drunk. I don't know like what I might have been thinking. Mm-hmm. But I had a thought that isn't it crazy that you can just walk around in public with a knife out? Like,
what do you mean?
Like you can go into your kitchen, grab a giant knife, and then walk like through like a playground with kids.
I don't think you can do that.
I think you can.
I don't think you can.
I think you can, dude.
You're talking like a big like kitchen knife, like a proper fucking dude. There's no way. There's no way that's legal.
I think you can, dude. It's a kitchen knife. It's not a concealed weapon. Or like it is, but it's not a it's there's no gun law. Like, what do you mean?
I don't
I think you can walk around in public with
it's crazy that you said playground of all places. Like,
well, no, I'm saying I'm not saying that's where I would go with the knife. I'm saying it's crazy that you could go to a playground with a knife in your hand.
I guarantee you can't.
Why not?
Well, okay. I
don't mean why not. Like, come on.
Here's the thing. If you're so sure about it, I want you to take your fucking biggest kitchen knife.
Stop it.
And just walk down the street and just see what happens. And just hold it like this, like a little kid.
I think you can do that.
Dude.
People are gonna do something maybe. Actually,
I don't know what law you're breaking, but you're definitely breaking a law if you're doing that.
What's the law? It's like you're allowed to have a knife.
No, I don't think you are. I don't think you're allowed to just have a knife.
Is there a law that says kitchen knives, like a knife for cutting a salmon that you could easily slice someone's throat with? Is there a law that says once you leave the house, you can be put in handcuffs? It's not a fucking shotgun.
I don't know. I think there might be rules. One, on the size, and two, I think it might like even like a holster. Like I think it might need to be like fucking sheathed and put away. Like I don't think you can just fucking be like, I'm gonna get you. Like there's no way that's allowed. I don't care what you say.
Listen, first of all, I'm only arguing this because I think I'm correct. I'm not arguing this because I want it to be true. Let's just make that disclaimer off the bat. But I don't.
Okay. How about this? What? So, where's the limit on the sword size? Like, can you have a fucking katana like 3 foot long samurai sword?
Okay, but then maybe there is a size thing because I don't think you can have a sword. In Canada, we're talking. I don't fucking know, right? The States, you can walk around with a fucking bazooka.
Yeah.
But I think, okay, like, dude, have you, okay, it sounds like I want it to be true. I don't. I just don't like people telling me that I had a wrong thought.
Okay, let's hear it.
I think a knife in your kitchen. Mm-hmm. Like you can walk. Like I live in a condo, right?
Yeah.
I can go get my mail in my apartment lobby with a knife in my hand.
No, there's no way, dude. There's no chance.
What are you talking about? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I think. Surely.
It's just, it'd be so funny, like your little mailbox thing down in the lobby, like you have this massive kitchen knife and you're just like, I use it to open my letters. And people are like, there's a fucking crazy homeless dude with a massive kitchen knife in the lobby.
People walk into the mailroom, they're like, whoa.
You're like, what? I'm not going to hurt you. It's a kitchen knife. I use it for fucking cutting vegetables.
That's what I'm saying. Knives are kitchen utensils. Okay, can you walk out with a spoon?
You can walk out with a spoon, yeah.
Can you walk out with a fork?
I'm sure you could.
Can you walk out with a knife?
No.
Come on, dude. It's not in the Canadian Constitution that discriminates kitchenware.
I just think you have this whole idea because you're calling it a kitchen knife. Like I think it doesn't make it so right because it comes from the kitchen. Like it's still a fucking knife.
Well, okay, like I know in Canada you can't have switches. You can't have switchblades. So I know that.
Yeah.
Like switchblades are banned. But what is the rule on a kitchen knife? Like, what if I had my barbecue? What if I had a house and my barbecue was in my front yard? And I would walk out to the barbecue with my knife. I am now in public with a knife.
I don't know, man. You're really splitting hairs here.
What I'm saying is, if I were on my front yard with a knife, having a barbecue, I could do that. If I take 1 foot onto the sidewalk, is that now?
Yep.
Have I now?
You have a deadly weapon.
I'm not gonna use it. I don't
know. I don't know the law. I don't know. I don't know what rules you would be breaking, but
we have that
fairly sure you'd be breaking a rule.
Well, it would be frowned upon in public society, sure.
Like I think you can have like a fucking Swiss Army knife, like, but that's got to be like in your pocket. You can't just like have that fucking thing.
You can have it in your hand.
I don't think so.
What are you talking about? If you're in public and you need to use the knife, then you open the knife. You are now carrying a knife in public. If you turn around and start walking,
I don't know.
So you fucking asshole. So now this is what I'm saying. Now where is there a size?
Where's the line?
Is a Swiss Army 3 inches, which some girls say is perfectly fine.
It is fine. It's how you use it. It's how you use the knife.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We should get a lawyer on next episode and really break them down.
Dude, I would unironically like to get a lawyer on and ask him like dumb questions like this.
Pay him fucking $600 an hour just to grill him for an hour. So I have a samurai sword, a kitchen knife, and a Swiss Army knife.
What can I walk through a playground? Which one can I bring into Tim Hortons? That's what I'm saying. Okay. Tim Hortons, perfect example. The people in the back of Tim Hortons have the knives. They're making food.
Yeah, but that's like a kitchen. That's a different rule now. Now we're in kitchens again. We're inside the kitchen.
If they walk to the front,
shoot them.
Put them down.
Yeah, that's illegal. That's against the law.
Shoot them. I don't know. I don't even know how or why or how fucking whatever that thought ended up in my notes. But I just fucking woke up in the morning and I was like,
what?
And I was like, it's crazy you
Because
can
you
walk
said
in public.
playground too. You probably saw like a fucking crazed homeless man and you're like, he's probably got a knife and he can probably have it.
It probably was something like that because I think I just started like nitpicking the like, okay, you can have a knife in your pocket. Mm-hmm. What if the pocket was like a mesh pocket? Now it's see-through. Okay, well, what if you have your hand in your pocket and it's on the knife? What if you pull it out and you have it in your fist, but it's still enclosed and you are taking a phone call or something? And then I was like, what if you walk through a playground with a sword?
Yeah, makes sense, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you can. And I think someone should try it.
We need one of the listeners to try it out and let us know how it goes.
Report back, please. Oh, I don't know if this is kind of just like a thought I had. I think it was, I meant to like riff about it like on doing stand-up or something, but a funny side thought I had is like, dude, you know how like everything now is becoming more like in Hollywood and film and movies and TV, it's becoming more diverse and, you know, everything's now, you know, they're remaking Cinderella as like a Pakistani lesbian now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so everything like this. I don't really give a fuck. Do you? at your core?
Like, are you asking me if, like, does it bother me?
Yeah.
No, not really.
I think it's funny to watch like 45-year-old grown men complain about how they're like changing Cinderella.
Yeah.
Like
Like the what was it? Fucking the mermaid that's black now.
yeah, Black Mermaid, whatever.
They're like, mermaids are white.
Yeah, like watching old dudes all of a sudden give a fuck about mermaids.
Why do you care?
Like, look,
does it
I
hurt?
get it. I get the forced diversity of everything nowadays is annoying, right? Everyone thinks it's
exhausting.
Annoying.
Sure.
Yeah, every insurance commercial has to have one of each race and one of all 82 genders. I get it's fucking annoying. But also, like, I don't give a fuck if Snow White is a Thai dude who cut his dick off and wears a wig. Like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck now. Like,
Yeah.
what do I give a fuck about Snow White and the seven, whatever the politically correct word is for midgets?
Yeah, it's
So funny watching like 45-year-old dudes be like, make Cinderella white again.
like they're so invested in like Disney kids movies now. Like now that it's a fucking hot topic or like a political topic, they're like, this is the most important thing going on in my life. It's like, man, just keep watching your football games on Sundays. It's not that serious.
Yeah, and like I must have had that thought, like, because everything that, like, you open up every Instagram post or whatever, and there's people in the comments being like, yeah, this is what happens, fucking Biden's America, fucking we got, I don't fucking I don't know, McDonald's puts a black kid in their commercial and they're like, yeah, fucking here we go, yeah, it's all fucking
checking boxes. They're just checking boxes.
Yeah, and then they're like, and then comments are like, yeah, I seen fucking they're making Cinderella a fucking Jew. What the fuck is this now? And
What's next? Like,
I'm like, bro, you give a fuck? Like, I couldn't give a shit, dude.
Does it really change anything in your life? Would it change anything in a grown man's life? A grown woman's life? Anything?
Yeah, and I'm not saying it on the opposite way either, to be like fucking, in support of, I think Hollywood and shit, the people that do this are just as fucking evil because they fucking use these people like chess pieces to like make themselves
for sure.
be holier than thou by saying like, look, I used a black kid. We made Cinderella black. Now I can run a sex trafficking ring in Hollywood, but I did my good thing for the world. I'd made it black kid. It's still Cinderella. It's like they're all fucking evil. But also, I mean, low key keeps Cinderella white though too though. No, I'm kidding.
Switch like that. It is kind of fucked up though.
It is kind of fucked up if you think about it. Fucking Biden. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like everything, people are getting mad. I don't even know if I want to like fucking open up this can of worms rant, but like feels like people are getting mad at everything now, no matter what.
Everything's political now.
Why?
Like I don't think 20, and maybe I'm wrong. Like maybe it's just because we're getting at that age, or maybe it's like the way social media is now. Like I don't think 20, 30 years ago, anybody from the ages of like 18 to 30 gave a fuck about politics, or like left and right, or whatever theory. Like I don't think anybody cared about that. Where it's like now, everything you talk about is like you say something and then you almost have to see like how that person reacts to what you just said.
I know, and
it's like, oh, I said the word black, like, whoa, is this everything okay?
I know, like, and it's like now, like our grandparents are like the edgy ones, and it's like it used to be like the kids are like the ones like you could be with a bunch of 20-year-olds and wouldn't have to worry about things getting like political. It's just a bunch of like idiots hanging out and just being idiots. But now it's like motherfuckers are 19 making political statements under like an insurance commercial because they didn't use enough Asians. It's like, bro,
yeah, honestly,
like you ain't got no hose.
It's the only thing you got going on is fucking politics at 19 years old.
You are holeless, my brother.
You're fucking Ben Shapiro right now.
That brother's starving. I don't know. I know, and we've talked about this so many times, but it's like the over willingness to just like when's the last time you opened something up on social media and there's something every day to possibly happen? It possibly is to happen too. When's the last time you opened up social media, seen like a post about something, you know, and like got mad? Like I haven't
upset.
I haven't been mad at like at Facebook, dude. If you're
we've talked about this a number of times of like people that feel the need to like comment on shit and like their feelings are actually hurt about something they saw on the internet.
You're mad?
It's like I have no idea. There's things where I see it and I'm like, wow, that person's a moron, or like, this is stupid. This is like, this doesn't make any sense. But I'm in and out. Do I like call you and I'm like, did you see what the fuck Biden just did? Like
you fucking dork.
Yeah. Why would I care? You see they're making fucking Snow White black. It's like,
yeah,
what?
Dude, there's other shit going on. And like, you're right. We've talked about people who comment on shit a lot. Like people who leave comments on stuff that are like fucking, fucking, yeah, that's 2024 for you. Or fucking like, actually fucking, we need to do this and make these people, everyone has to be gay now. Both of them are just, when they're leaving comments, that's all done. But I'm talking about people who like literally like, I have not gotten upset at something. Like every 6 months I open up Facebook to go to like on like Marketplace to try to buy something. And I'll open it up to the news feed. And I'll be like, let me see who's still using this fucking thing. And I'll scroll through and there'll be some people from high school. And they'll be like sharing like news articles. Upset. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
You got nothing going on.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you heard about this Diddy situation? This Diddy lawsuit, fucking trial? What's going on here?
I heard a little bit about it. I heard a little bit about it today.
You still didn't say that properly.
Yeah, I don't know why that sounded weird. I heard a little bit about it, not about of it.
So, I had no fucking clue about any of this. Like, I thought I had maybe heard a word of it like ages ago. Mm-hmm. But apparently this has real, like, someone was saying this is possibly like Epstein/Weinstein level shit. Mm-hmm. Of Sean Diddy Combs accused of sexual harassment and assault by producer on his latest album. Rodney Lil Rod Jones says life has been detrimentally impacted since he worked with Combs. Harassing, drugging, and threatening him over more than a year. He lived and traveled with Combs, during which time he recorded hours of video and audio of Combs, his staff, and others engaging in serious illegal activity. Among the allegations is that Combs forced Jones to procure sex workers and pressured him to engage in unwelcome sex acts with them and others, and that Combs gave laced alcoholic beverages to people who attended parties at his homes.
What the fuck? I didn't know it was that. It was that fucking serious.
Yeah, drugging people, and I think he made his assistant like fuck a dude, and then videotaped it, and I think he was blackmailing him. The lawsuit includes what it says are screenshots from gatherings, included underage girls and sex workers, some of whom he said were provided drinks that had been laced with drugs. Also, just speaking of that, can we talk about how crazy of a bar it is that doesn't seem to get talked about? Remember Rick Ross on that song, You Don't Even Know, I think?
Yeah.
Where it's like put Molly on her
champagne.
She didn't even know it. And that just went under the, like, no one, like,
yep,
that just went.
That was just a bar.
That just no one said anything about that. And then people are mad that I said Asperger's kids on Love on the Spectrum wear basketball shorts and polo tops. Jones alleges that Combs sexually harassed and assaulted him while he lived with him at Combs' homes in Florida, Los Angeles, and New York, as well as on a yacht. Combs rented in the Virgin Islands. The harassment and assault included constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus.
That's fucked up. That is truly fucked up.
That is fucked up. That's not funny. I'm laughing because you're... Hey, bro. I'm laughing because you're laughing. That's not cool.
No. I'm laughing because you're laughing.
You laughed first, 100%. I want to watch the tape back. I edit this fucking shit. You laughed first, 1,000,000%. That's not funny. That's not funny at all. Yeah, that is just
why do they have to word it like that? If they just said unsolicited groping and touching, that's enough. We can paint the fucking picture. You know what I mean?
Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. No, seriously, justice needs to be fucking served.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't this come up a couple months ago that Diddy was doing weird shit? Or is it the same thing and it's just now going to trial?
That's what I remember thinking. Is I was like, I thought I heard a little bit about this, but I didn't even know that he was in. I didn't know that there was an ongoing lawsuit. I didn't know it was public. I didn't know all the details were public. I had no fucking clue. The lawsuit accuses Coram of aiding and abetting Combs' sexual assault of Jones to groom him into accepting a homosexual relationship. To aid in the alleged recruitment, Jones said, Combs provided him with an exclusive bad boy baseball cap.
That's it? Like what? I thought you were going to say like $1 million in cash or something. Am I crazy for saying that? Like, it's fucking just for a baseball hat.
Holy fuck, that's it? Fuck.
Groomed and drugged and forced to have a gay relationship. And just the only thing it says in there is he's got an exclusive Bad Boy Records baseball cap.
Holy shit. This poor son of a bitch. This is not funny. I want that clear. This is not funny. I want that clear. It's funny, just some of the things, like, they should have left that out. Just because it's a guy on guy does not make it funny. This is still a serious allegation. And if these acts are true, these are criminal and heinous, and he should be brought to justice.
Yeah, I was looking on X or Twitter or whatever, and it seems like everybody's now bringing up old clips of being like, yeah, Diddy's been like this for years.
Yeah, people have been bringing it up, saying like, yeah, Diddy's been doing this for a while. I think this is one of those like Weinstein type cases where like shit's about to go like I think
like Hollywood knew about it and it was just kind of hush hush.
Well, and I think people have videos of him like fucking underage people or drugging people, and it's it's that type shit. But Diddy's also been kind of a scumbag. Like, wasn't Diddy involved in like some pretty early 2000s like murders and shit?
Well, that was another thing that came up was like Tupac and Biggie and I don't know, whatever. The early rappers from the 90s, they were all saying wild shit about Diddy. They were just there was just like there was one with Tupac where he was like, he's a fucking weirdo scumbag. And he was saying, I don't know, him and some other guy are gay together, and I don't know. So I think you're right, where it's going to be like, over the next couple weeks, it's going to be a lot of old videos and pictures and fucking stories coming up about him.
Oh, that is fucking disturbing, dude. That's fucking crazy, man. I just don't get how people get to that point, like, mentally.
I don't know, yeah. Like, you definitely have to be, like, some sadistic, sick fuck to be like, I want to control every situation, you know, like it must be so weird to be like in that position where like somehow you worked your way to like working with Diddy, and then you're just in this like fucked up environment, and you're just like, I don't even like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, I can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine. That would fucking blow ass. Yeah, but again, you'd think that it's people once they get money and power that they then think that. But clearly he's been doing this for a while with like less money and less power. So clearly he's just a fucked up guy to start.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, Diddy, like, I mean, also, like, I'm not surprised. Like, the guy does seem like a bit of a fucking weirdo. Like, I mean, clearly now is for definitely if this shit's true. But, like, I'm saying just on the outside looking in, like, the guy does seem a bit of like there's something weird about, I don't know. Hopefully this doesn't get taken the wrong way. But there's something weird about, like, 50-year-old dudes. Like, the guy is, like, 50. Mm-hmm. There's something weird about 50-year-old dudes still trying to be, like, cool and, like young and, like, hip.
Yeah.
That gives, like, it gives me, like, Predator vibes. It's like, why are you trying to be 20?
Oh, for sure. He's still trying to live up his heyday. For sure. Yeah, yeah.
Well, no, but he's still trying to, like, be. It's like how Michael Jackson was trying to be a kid, you know? Mm-hmm. It's like, why are you trying to be, like, not trying to, like, look young by taking care of your skin and working out and drinking water. Like, trying to actually be, like, something about, like, 50-year-olds, like, I'm Diddy, motherfucker. Yeah, and it's like, hold on. Like, shouldn't you be, like, mowing your lawn with, like, a beer gut or something? Like, shouldn't you, like, it's the next chapter, like, for you.
Or, like, hang out with people your age instead of always around 20-year-olds.
Yeah, you're always trying to find the next, like, 17-year-old hot female singer. Why? Yeah. Go be a dad. Like, so that's what I'm trying to say, and I'm hoping that doesn't get taken. I'm saying, like, something about that with guys like that always give me a red flag where I'm like, why are you trying to like be cool with 19-year-olds? It's like the guy who was in college coming to high school parties still. It's like, why are you here?
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, when I was saying, like, it came with power, like, he got more money, so now he can do all this fucked up shit, like, it's for sure just a part of him doing this weird shit. He just happened to be successful and work himself into a fucking record label, and people want to work with him, so he can just manipulate people. But that's like, it's always been a part of him, for sure. This isn't just because he's successful.
Yeah, 100%. Agreed. I am very curious to find out what comes from this. Poor fucking guy, though. Not funny. Gang, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Big Brain Boys Podcast. Reminder to subscribe to the YouTube, please. Leave a comment. Fucking let us know what you thought of the episode. We appreciate that always. Follow, download, Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever else you get them. You know the drill. Submit stuff for Q&As if you want. I'll always put up a story before we do a podcast episode recording, but you can always just DM them in, and we'll save them. We'll try to get as many in as we can always. At the Big Brain Boys on all socials. Appreciate y'all very much. Patsy?
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Sorry a little late on this guy, and see y'all next week.